right. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in to watch Game Therapy. This is our first night. We are late. I would love to blame the technology, but it was me. I thought I knew what I was doing and less so. But we should be all squared away now. And we're happy to bring you this game. Thank you very much for tuning into Game Therapy, the only streaming game that guarantees to bring you 1,000 insane worlds. So I'm going to go around on my sheet according to how I've got everybody here. And I'm going to go ahead and have everybody introduce their characters and tell you a little bit about themselves, starting with, let's start with Brett. Brett, what's the name of your character today?
I'm Morgrith.
Morgrith.
A wizard mercenary. I do what you got cash, it gets done. It's my philosophy.
I love hearing that. That's fantastic. Okay, Catherine, who are you and what's the name of your character?
Hi, I'm Valeria. I am a thief. I used to be a rutabaga farmer, but that didn't work out.
Almost never does.
And I'm actually wondering if I have thief tools.
Is it not listed in there? Yes, you have thief tools.
Wonderful. That's cool. And I am a retainer for the coolest family in town. And they sometimes lose silverware, but I don't. And I make sure it goes to a nice home and everything's taken care of.
So far, no one's complaining about the silverware, but who knows? Could happen at any time. Okay, so let's go with Logan. Tell me who you're playing today.
Hi, everybody. I am Gorg Anglebreaker. I am a dwarf. Used to be a dwarven herder, but figured it's a little easier to chase people around than animals. So giving that up to see what I can figure out in the city.
I love hearing that. Okay, Dwayne, tell us where you're from.
I'm a parsnip farmer, but I wasn't paying the bills, so I started doing odd jobs, picking up a little cash here and there for doing things for the Featherstone family. They finally brought me on full time and gave me my nickname, The Rat, because, if you feed him cheese, he gets the job done.
I love it. And last but not least, Bruce.
Hey folks, I'm playing Senbel the elf, also a retainer in the service of the family, but you're probably not completely sure about Senbel, who exactly he serves, whether he's serving the family or whether he's serving himself.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, well that is all fantastic. Well, now that we know a little bit about y'all, let me tell y'all a little bit about the world you all live in. So, you guys watching at home, this game takes place in the city of New Westgate. New Westgate is a coastal city on the west coast of a large continent. It is a walled-in city. A lot of New Westgate, they have clock tech technology, so there's a lot of things that work through wind-up things and springs. They do have actual clocks and all kinds of other technological gigas. They're a huge port city, and there's a lot of import-export that goes on. So the ruler of the city is Queen Alexis the 11th. Alexis is she's while she has iron might at her command, Alexis is known for being subtle and staying out of the city's affairs for the most part, only getting involved when she absolutely has to. Most of the day-to-day things are taken care of by one of these 7 main families of the city. The 7 main families, there's the Del Rios, the Heftblades, the Silverwoods, the Coldwaters, the Nuyens, the Walkerwoods, and the Featherstones. And of course, as we said before, all of our characters here today, they are all retainers of the Featherstone family. So you guys have been working for them for a while. You are their principal enforcers. When they, need a button pushed, there's a lot of shady dealings that go on in this city. There's a lot of intrigue, and sometimes you just need people who go out there and pull a trigger, cast a spell, stab someone in the back, all of that kind of happy nonsense. So when we open up our beginning scene, your mission, as it has been given to you, is you guys are at the Rook's Nook. You have been sent there to pick up 50,000 gold pieces in notes from Terry the Lizard. So right now, you're all, if you can picture it, you're all in a huge, big, dark piano bar. It's after hours. It's about 2 in the morning, which is pretty much the start of your day most days. It's dark inside of here. There are the tables are up, the chairs rather are up, sitting upside down on most of the tables. Place has got a black and white floor. There's a band section. There's a place where there's a little stage with a grand piano, but right now there's nobody there except a couple of people who are mopping up, and one guy behind the bar who's cleaning up and putting up for the night, and a few of Terry's boys, including his wizard, is sitting there at the other side of the room. He's sitting there with a paperback, sitting by the phone. Phone is one of those old antique timey things with the big old handle thing and an actual dial-up phone. Speaking of equipment, so all of you, I've mentioned that all of y'all have guns. All of y'all also have a cell phone on person, okay? Your cell phone has a dial. These are dial-up clockwork cell phones that attach you to their dial-up network and such. So making a call takes a full combat action. You have to actually 10 seconds to make a telephone call, bare minimum. Anyway, Terry's wizard, little Tangelo, is sitting over there in the corner. He's got a book. He's sitting there reading. Dark-skinned guy and kind of like you guys are all dressed for business, so it's all some variation of the suit and tie, or whatever it is that your character would wear on this kind of thing and such. Maybe a little bit more set up for action, loose cuts, because goodness knows this is a very routine kind of a thing, but you never know when you're going to have to gosh knows what, But sitting here right now and waiting, everything seems cool. One of the waitresses comes over and says, Terry's going to be just another minute before he gets out here. Anyone want a drink?
Yeah, I'll have a whiskey.
Whiskey, done. Anyone else?
Gosh, neat.
Gotcha. She gets a drink order from everyone who wants one and heads over to the bar and starts getting that together. She's apparently the only person of the wait staff that's still working here. While she is doing that, Terry the Lizard himself comes in through the stage door entrance. And all of y'all have known in the past. Terry, owns this club, but he also has an army of bookmakers that work for him. So this is collecting that money from those guys. This is actually the big one. There was just a huge, big cricket game that took place, and a lot of money changed hands. Terry the Lizard wound up with a whole bunch of it. Terry comes out with the cash. Terry is a lizard man. He's about 6 foot tall. He has a tail, specially fitted suit. His is a little bit more loud because he's actually in the entertainment industry. So he's got on a dark purple suit with and a bow tie and such. He comes out and he's wanders over. He's got a huge bag with him. He's like, "Hey, so sorry to leave everybody waiting. I didn't mean anything by it. Absolutely no disrespect to you, and certainly no disrespect to the Featherstones, who we're real proud to be working with. Here you go." And he plops his bag full of money on the table over there. Somebody count that up. Somebody count that up right now before we get going. You mind?
I count it. I'm good with money. I'm fast.
Fantastic. So, you start counting that up, and Terry says, I don't know. That was quite a match there. East Hoboken versus Okefenokee Street. Who would have thought of an upset like that would take place, huh? You saw that? I've never seen, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The waitress comes over and starts handing out drinks to everybody. So the money is, it's they still call them gold pieces, but they're in gold piece notes. So you have stacks and stacks and stacks of 100 gold piece notes that you're going through, all banded up in nice pieces of paper and things. Everything, is getting together. Just that you've seen a lot of money before. Just at an eyeball glance, it definitely looks right to you. The count, it doesn't, you flip through a couple of stacks, it all looks legit. It doesn't look like, this is a very, very typical run. The phone rings over there, good old-timey, and you see little Tangelo the Wizard picks it up and starts talking to somebody. Terry the Lizard is like, this is so fantastic for you, that I'm just happy to do whatever I can for the Featherstones. I'm really glad that we could, do this. And, this is the best relationship in my working stable. So I'm always happy to see all of you here. You never come by during working hours. You should come and see my house band. They smoke. I've got dancers. I've got a comedian. He's all right. But I mean, I got the best band in the city. I'll put my boys up against absolutely anybody. You ask them where you go for a dance, they tell you the Rook Snook. Everybody comes here. Whatever you're looking for, whatever kind of people you're into, this is where the beautiful ones show up. You see, the wizard, Lil Tangelo, you'll kind of notice, he kind of like looks over at you guys, kind of shocked, puts the phone down, he wanders over, stay away from my tea. Dog nearly took my drink out. Come on now. Nice going, Bobby. The Tangelo comes over and whispers in Terry the Lizard's, like, where his ear would be if he didn't just have a smooth part of his head there. He kind of like listens and looks over at you guys, and he's like, and like Tangelo kind of takes a few steps back, but he doesn't turn. You notice he does not turn his back on you while he does that. He kind of backs away, real careful, like. And Morgrith, you're a wizard, right? Give me a wheelhouse roll. Roll me a d20. Brett, roll me a d20 for your character. D20 plus your character level plus your intelligence modifier. Brett? You're off audio. You're on mute.
So that's 11 plus 3 plus 2.
11 plus 3 plus 2, that is a 16. You know what? You see that, like, with his, on the down low, he's quick. He's definitely trying to mumble some kind of a spell off. You're just not sure exactly what it is. And you see, like everyone seems a little bit shocked right now.
I'm going to make a hand signal. We've been working together with people.
Yes.
I'm going to make a hand signal that something's not right up enough.
You got it. Absolutely. Yeah, so you kind of...
And what does the room look like at this point? Is there any other movement besides the people in front of us?
Yeah, you can see that. So the other two of his guys that were over there in the corner that were just sitting there playing cards, both of them have stepped up and unbuttoned their suit jackets, you see. The waitress is completely oblivious, and she's literally just walked back to the bar. The people who are... There's a guy on the stage who's like, sweeping, got one of those big old push brooms. He's sitting there sweeping the stage off. There's oblivious. He just, humming a tune to himself, has no idea what's going on. There's another guy behind the bar. He's putting clean drinks up on a drink rack up there. The bar has got like glassware hanging upside down all the way across. The bar is probably like 50 feet long with glassware the whole way. There are a couple of handwritten signs for like various kinds of alcohol, like just hand-painted like posters that are up there behind there, and a big mirror with things tucked into the sides of the mirror, and like it's like one of those big old brandy snifters on top of there, full of actual gold piece coins and like notes that no one's messed with at this point. That's what happens. See, so the two guys who are in the corner, you see them stand up and get ready. You see Lil Tangelo is back there. He's doing something. And and you see Terry the Lizard is like, guys, I'm so sorry. And then like he goes into his jacket. He is clearly dipping for his piece. So let's go ahead and roll initiative and see how this is going to roll out. Guys, this is terrible. Oh, I got it. Man, I got everything here but a regular pen. All right, so we're going big red here, at least for the time being. D, what did Nicholas get on initiative? So initiative, roll a d20, add your initiative modifier. Nicholas, what'd you get?
15, cuz.
15? I can't work on this. I gotta go grab a regular pen. I'm so sorry, guys. Bruce, say something amusing. I'll be right back.
Something amusing? Sorry, guys, that's the best I can do. So the funny thing, the amusing thing is, I've just bought these really sexy new dice, and I've just rolled my sexy, and it's actually like a semi-precious D20, and I just rolled it for the first time. You know how it went, don't you? I rolled a 1.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only. We got one. We got 2 of them.
Well, I get a 2 because I get a +1 to my mod, but that was just
I've got the
gonna
minus
happen.
one to my mod. I've got 0.
Ah, dear.
Oh my god.
Well, I didn't expect to be rolling initiative like for my
Yes,
first
roll
roll.
initiative.
No?
Ugh. Yo, I'm gonna use pencil like a savage. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
need
So
a-
I heard
you
a
need
15 for Nicholas.
You need a whiteboard behind you for initiative or something.
I know, right? I need something. I need all kinds of stuff at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's all good though. I got a
You need
15
someone to
for
keep
Nick.
track of initiative for you, man?
Say again.
You need someone to keep track of initiative for you? Or?
Oh, I got. Nah, I'm going full out yelp. I just didn't have a pen. I'm losing my mind there. Brett, what did Morgrith get for initiative?
A big fat 0.
A 0.
I rolled a 1 and I got -1.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man, you're going first tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Morgrith. How do folks even do this in pencil? What did Valeria get for initiative?
I got 10 and my modifier is 1, so 11.
11 for Valeria. Okay, Bruce, what did Senbel get for initiative?
2.
2. So one thing I didn't go over for elves. Okay, so everybody who had a crossbow, I should have mentioned, everybody who had a crossbow got changed into guns. You're actually a longbow person because elves still can't deal with the cold iron. So, but you're as deadly, so you have a snap out bow, and you're as deadly with that bow as anybody else is with a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you got spells and whatnot too.
Hey,
Oh,
B,
that's
any of our other melee weapons still in play?
What do you got?
Spear and dagger.
That spear is like collapsible, like a truncheon with a little ching on the end of it, so you can like pop that spear out in a round. Same thing with your other thing. Okay, Gorig, ankle breaker. What'd you get for initiative?
Got a solid 4.
Solid 4 for Gorig, ankle breaker.
We are on fire today, guys.
Yeah, so far y'all better hope Nicholas kills some fools because, it's literally it's literally gonna be him and then me. So.
Well, this will be a short adventure.
Could be. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, y'all. So it's going to go Nicholas, then them, then Valeria, then Gorg Anklebreaker, then Senbel, and then on a bat and cleanup, Morgrith.
Okay. I've been working with these people for a while, and I know they're not that fast at the startup. So my plan is to flip the table up that we're sitting at right now, try to create a shield in between us and them.
Gotcha.
To buy time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you flip that table over, and you kind of
While I'm doing this,
say what?
Can I pull a gun while I'm doing
this? You can
this?
absolutely pull a gun while you're doing that. Sure.
Yeah, that's my game plan.
All right. So in the meanwhile, it is their turn. So, Terry the Lizard is actually going to fire at Nicholas through the door there. Since he can't actually see you, he's only going to get to roll a d16 with plus his modifiers. He's going to get a 3 plus his bump, and he blows a hole through the front of that table. Suddenly there's a ray of daylight going right past your head, Nicholas. But he does not get you. Back in the back, Little Tangelo, he got an 18. Little Tangelo finished casting whatever his spell was, and suddenly, Morgrith, you see all of these magical symbols are kind of hovering around him. Nobody else can see it but you can see that he's put some kind of magical shield around his person. Probably some kind of armor spell that you don't know about, but with familiar defensive
I'll
runes.
spell that out to my comrades. He's got an armor around him, measured armor.
Yeah, Morgrith yells it out. The other two guys don't have the angle, so the other two are going to kind of run up and sort of like go over there and back, run over there and back up Terry the Lizard, and they are going to fire. One's going to fire at Nicholas. Boom! He gets an actual 1. I got a special thing for ones on a gun here. So I know, right? So the first guy, he doesn't actually roll on his main table. Instead, his gun jams, and he's going to have to spend next round checking his gun. The other guy is actually going to fire at Morgrith, try to take out y'all's magic support. He is going to get a total of a 15. Does that get you?
That is the magic number, yes.
Okay, you take 6 points of damage. The bullet rips through your arm.
Good.
And it is y'all's turn. Valeria, you are sitting there. Table has been overturned for cover. There are multiple thugs. Oh, also that round, you see that the lady behind the bar runs for it. People the two cleanup people run for it and just are just hauling out of there. So, and that is what you see. So go Valeria. You are on mute.
How far is our table from the bar?
Your table from the bar is going to be about, say, 20 feet.
How far can I move in a movement action?
You are a human. You can actually go. You can go 30 and still do something. So if you wanted to, are you looking to jump behind the bar for cover?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go ahead and run over there and make me an easy strength check to jump over the bar, and then you can actually still act this round. So you need movement plus action. So
okay. So that's a 20 with my strength modifier, right?
Yeah. Roll a d20. Add your strength modifier. I'm looking for a 5.
17 acceptable?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, y'all see Valeria runs over there and just vaults and lands behind the bar. That lady bartender is back there looking terrified there, sitting there next to you.
Does she have a gun?
No, you know what? She's got tattoos all over her arms that show that she is actually give me this is like a thief thing. Give me a d20 check and add your intelligence level and your character level.
Oh, my intelligence modifier, my intelligence level.
Intelligence modifier.
Okay, total of 21.
Yeah, so you can see her tats that are down her arms show that she was that she originally was a member of the Del Rio family, and the Del Rio family is kind of like I said, they're one of the other 7 families, and they are the one that they're one of your rival families. You know what I'm saying? They're right. It's usually really peaceable. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. If she has the gun, she's got it concealed someplace. What she does have, though, somehow she managed, before she ducked, she managed to grab that big brandy jar full of the tips, and she's holding that to her chest like it was a child.
Okay. So we're not friendly.
You're not unfriendly. Typically, you don't know what's going on. This whole thing seems to have gone pear-shaped. You're not sure what's up. Usually the Del Rios, they're just like you. They have enforcers just like you. You have beefed with them in the past, but very rarely does an open, gunfight actually come out. Very, very rarely.
Okay. So, does she, we've been here a lot though, right?
Oh yeah.
Would you say that we have a pretty solid understanding of where the doors and things are in this place?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to politely ignore her. And I'd like to, I have a handgun. How far can that shoot?
30, 60, 90. So you're, right now, if you were to you could fire at anybody there right now and still be in normal range.
Okay, I want to fire at one of the extra thugs because our wizard told us that their wizard has a shield around them, and I don't want to see if my bullets can penetrate his shield.
Fully. All right, take a shot at a thug.
Okay, and that's a 1d8.
Yeah.
Well,
roll the hit first though. Make your attack roll. So d20 plus your it's just like how it's listed for your crossbow.
Okay. D20 plus my range 3 is 21.
Boom! Yeah, you definitely could cack one of those guys. Go ahead and roll me damage in that. Remember those guns? They do a D8 damage.
Okay, D8 as 2.
All right, you kind of wing that one guy, and he is still up. He's looking over at you with like real surprise. It is Gorg Anklebiter.
All right. I'm going to peek around the side of the table, and I want to take a shot at Terry.
Okay, so you're going to get down behind... You weren't behind the table yet, so you're going to get behind the table and then reach over there and take a shot at Terry from cover.
Right.
Yeah, by all
means. I'm going to use my mighty deed, and I'm going for his ankles.
You know what that is? Family tradition. I want to see you do it.
Get a 5 for my deed.
Ouch.
And I got a 19 for my hit.
Let me check my chart. That hits. Roll me some damage.
So 6 for the D8 plus the 5 for the mighty deed would be 11.
Okay, things have gone real bad for Terry at this point. You reach around and shoot him directly in the ankle. He shrieks and falls over. With that 5, like he is reduced to crawling and dragging himself along. He can't support his weight on that thing anymore, and will not be able to do so until he gets either like magical healing of some sort. There's just no way he can, there's no way he can pull it off. Okay, so it's that was awesome, and it's Senbel.
Okay, Senbel is going to pull out his short bow, which pops out like a collapsible button, and he's going to knock an arrow, and in that one perfect, beautiful, fluid movement, he's going to try and take down one of the henchmen.
Okay, there's a wounded henchman, or you want the wounded henchman or the unwounded henchman?
The wounded one.
All right, do it up.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Total of 9. Yeah, it's gonna miss. It's pretty, but like he's already staggering from that first blow. You fire an arrow right through where he was a minute ago.
That's how it is sometimes, guys.
That's okay. And are you gonna move at all, or are you just gonna hold your ground?
I'm gonna stay hunkered down behind the table.
So you're gonna get behind the table and be down there with the other guys. Gotcha. All right, cool. That's awesome, and it's time for Margaret to do something awesome. Margaret.
Now I'm going to do something I don't know how to do, Brendan. Can I have a spell battle?
Yes, you can. You want to have a spell duel? Okay. What do you?
I don't remember how to do it.
Let's see. What do you have for spells that you can bust on him? Pull up your character sheet here.
I have color spray. I have chill touch. I have force manipulation. I'm going to go with color spray.
All right, so you can cast color spray, and if he has color spray, he can maybe try to counter with that. Actually, he can actually counter with his shield spell. So go ahead and make your roll, and we are having my 8th ever spell duel. Woo!
Okay.
Make your roll.
No, I just had color spray up.
Are you going to do any spell burn?
Do I have to do that before I roll?
Yeah, you got to call spell burn. You can burn luck.
Yeah, I'm going to burn. I'm going to burn 1 point of strength and 2 points of stamina.
Gotcha. 1 strength, 2 stamina. Go ahead and do it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's total of +3. Uh-oh.
So I rolled a 9, plus 5, 14, plus 3, 17.
Okay, you are going to edge him out with that spell, with your spell thing there. So we'll say that this is, spell duels always go outside of initiative order. So this is your spell versus him casting a defensive spell at himself. So you got a 17. You beat him by this. All right, roll a +6.
So do I look on the table for color spray or?
Here's the deal, okay? So
Okay.
you get to add. So what it is your spell works normally, and you actually have -3 off of his spell check, which is going to drop him down to the, like you can see by casting that, you're going to go ahead and sort of like mess up his, like the level of his spell, since
Okay.
spell duels always go out of order. So you've actually reduced his spell check by 3 by beating him. So go ahead and what was your total number on color spray? Was that 17?
My total was 17.
17. Okay, so here is what happens.
Individuals hurt within range must make a will save or be blinded for 1d4 rounds.
Okay, I'll say you can, because of the positioning, I'll say you can get him and one of the thugs.
Okay.
And give me a luck check. So here's for him. This is Little Tangelo. Hold on. Okay. Little Tangelo.
My luck's 14 and I rolled a 7.
Yeah, so I'll say you got the unwounded thug.
Okay.
All right. So Tangelo is going to fail. He is going to be blinded for 1d4 rounds, and the thug is going to roll. The thug actually got a 16 plus his 1, 17. He's going to make that. But you get the wizard. You get Little Tangelo. Roll me a die 4, please. Tangelo is blinded for a couple of rounds.
Oh. 4d4. Are we done? 4.
4 rounds. That hurts. That's not good for the bad guys. So like you blast that color spray, it reduces his the value of his armor some, and he's kind of staggered backwards and can't see. And he's like, ah! He's like, boss, help me! And we're at the top of the order. It is Nicholas. You are back there, undercover. There's one bullet hole right past your head. What you gonna do, cousin?
Okay, hey, tell me what's in front of me right now.
All right, so you looking over the top of that chair, okay, you can see Terry the Lizard is standing there. He's got his gun. He's pointing it like directly at your head through the thing. His wizard is over there, Little Tangelo, but he's kind of like, can't see. You can see that there are 2 thugs. The one thug is wounded. The one thug is unwounded and resisted that saving throw. And a minute ago, just about 30 feet over to the right, or 20 feet over to the right, you saw Valeria ran over and jumped over. So Valeria is on the far side of the bar. You do not see her this round. But that is everything you see at this point.
All right, so they all ran over and now are all huddled together in kind of a tight-knit group. Is that what I'm getting from this?
Yeah. So picture, right in front of you. Yeah, they're all within 15 feet of each other. It's kind of like the 2 thugs and the wizard are a little bit farther off. They're kind of in a knot, then 5 foot, and then Terry the Lizard is standing kind of like by himself, with nobody exactly adjacent.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up this table and make a charge attack with the table at Terry the Lizard, and I'm going to pop a shot at one of the thugs. I don't care which one you pick.
Okay, so
minuses you want here, but
yeah, all right. So you're going to run over there with the table. So the attack. See how we're going to do that. Okay, so this is basically you're going for 2 attacks is your thing, okay?
Sure.
So go ahead, first roll me your deed die and tell me you're looking for at least a 3 to get 2 of them off. So go ahead and give me that roll. So roll, your deed die should be a die 5.
Die 5.
Yeah, so if you don't have, you have a die 5. You got
you. I rolled a 8, so 4.
Yeah, all right, so cool. So I'll say you can get your, you can get the table attack off normally, and you'll fire the gun attack you'll get with a D16.
D16.
Yeah, so first, give me a melee attack to run him down with the table.
That's a straight D20, right?
D20 and add your, add that 4 you got, plus
16 on the numbers. I don't know what you want me to add to that.
so total for you is a 21. Bam! you rail him with that table. So give me a die 6 plus 5 on damage net total.
9.
That's including his strength modifier. That's everything. Boom! Dude, he is out cold. And then roll me a D16 attack at the thug. You going for a wounded thug or unwounded thug?
I don't care. Pick. I'll roll random.
All right, I got you. This guy. All right, go ahead and make that attack D16 and add that same 4 and your agility modifier.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And hey, can I make my lucky weapon my gun?
Yes, you can.
So 14.
That's gonna hit. How very lucky. So give me a give me a D8 plus 4 on that second shot there.
7.
Yikes. All right. So yeah, man, you pop that guy center of mass. He falls over. You think he's calling in tomorrow. You don't think he's not. Yeah. So yeah, he goes down. So there's one thug left unwounded. Tangelo is unwounded but blind, and it's their turn. That thug is going to take a shot at you from. He's actually going to run over and because people are now getting their heads shot in. So he's going to run over and basically do the same thing that you did. He's going to run over and knock a table over and get behind that. Tangelo is still yelling, "Boss, boss!" He is going to try one more time to cast that. He can't do anything but that shield spell. Morgrith, if you want to still spell duel?
Yes.
Okay, so here it goes. He is going to burn this many points because it's gotten real. So are you going to burn any spell points?
Let's see. Yeah, I'll burn 2. I'll burn 1 off strength and 1 off stamina.
Boom. So go ahead and make your normal spell check roll and add 2. Oof.
plus 7.
I got a 16. I thought we were going to have a flogs in the start. Oh, don't tease me like that, Brett. Come on now. I thought we was fixing to go to another dimension, y'all. But so you got a 27?
23.
23. All right. So attacker is a 2-3. Defender is 17. I roll a d7. 6, 5. So, okay. So he actually loses his shield spell for the rest of the day. And your attack goes off as normal. So, you,
This time he's already blind, so I'm going to. Did I have to do something? I didn't know I had to spell.
you know, he actually has to make 2 saves now, or he's going to fall unconscious and still be blinded some more. So here comes. I'm going to roll. It's like 1 and then 2. So here comes first one.
But did I have to cast spell to do this, or?
Well, you cast color spray again, essentially.
I cast. I'd probably do chill touch since there's no way.
Oh, you want to do? Okay.
I'm trying to force manipulation. Does it do damage?
It can at some levels. Mostly it's a shield spell. But here's the thing: the force manipulation you can't counter spell, or you can't spell duel against his shield spell, whatever he's using.
Okay, I'll just do color spray for
All right.
whatever.
Here comes those saves. He is going to, yeah, man. Little Tangelo actually falls down unconscious. So there is one thug left. You hear from
firearm because I've been cutting myself.
Gotcha. So then you hear one more thug has run in from outside with his gun out. No idea what's going on, but he hears shooting. So one more of Terry the Lizard's guys comes in, sees Terry laying there dead, and he can't fire this round. It was his whole movement to get into the combat, but he's actually come in back past the stage door, so he's about 60 feet away when we start off here. He's way off. And that's it. It's Valeria. Valeria, Terry's down. The wizard's unconscious. There's one thug left, and there's also another thug that just ran in through the side door.
The original thug that's left, is he the wounded thug?
No, the wounded thug has gone on to see his maker. Yeah, he's not.
Okay, so you said that the new thug was 60 feet away from us, but is that the same distance from the bar as from the table?
Actually, yeah. For you, you'd be like isosceles triangle. Call it 75 for you.
Okay.
So for you, you can make that shot, but 30, 60, 90. You got to roll a d16 for a shot that's at that distance with your pistol.
Okay. I can do a movement and then shoot him, right?
Yeah, you can do a movement and then shoot. Yes.
Because I'm hiding behind the bar, has he seen me yet?
He has not seen you yet.
Would it be better for me to sneak over to the far end of the bar to get closer to him before I shoot, so I can still use a 20 or would it not make a difference?
Yeah, you can. I'll tell you what. Okay, I see what you're going for. Okay, so if you want to, you can so the bar has got one of those flap things like this, so you can run to you can kind of crawl to the far end of the bar and crawl out as far as you can. Give me a hide in shadows check. I'll say you need to be a 14 or better on a hide in shadows, and if you get that, then you will be in range for a shot that will essentially be a backstab next round.
Okay. So I roll a d20 and I add whatever's in the yellow column on that or the red column? Yellow.
Exactamundo.
I get a 22.
Yeah.
For height.
So you have crept up along the way, and next round you'll be able to take a backstab or a sneak attack, backstab, whatever we call them in DCC, at range with this guy. So my ruling for backstabbing with guns is you have to be within one range increment. So you will be at the end of this next thing. So that was awesome, and it's Gorig, Ankle Biter, and then Senbel. Gorig, how you living?
So the thug that's left, he is the one that is unwounded but is blinded, correct?
He is unwounded and blinded, yes.
But he's got...
No, sorry. Thug that's left is unwounded and not blind. He's fine, and he's getting ready to cack somebody if someone doesn't get him first.
All right. Well, I'm going for another ankle shot.
And
behind the table, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. He took the table over last round. Is hiding behind it. So you can take a shot at him and try to go for but you got to roll a d16 rather than a regular attack. And I'm going to rule you can't really, since you can't see his anatomy, you can't really go for an ankle shot.
How far is the table away from me?
Table from you, say he did it in one range increment, so it's say 25 feet.
25. Just too far. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to take the shot.
Take the shot, baby.
The D16. But I can't...
you can do a different deed, but you can't actually target any specific of his anatomy because you can't see it.
So I'm just doing a mighty deed to just smack down.
Smack down, mighty deed. All right, smack down.
And I've got a 5 for the deed, 21 for the shot.
Dang, on D16.
D16, yep.
Nice.
15 plus the 5 and a 1.
That's pretty. Yeah, so you fire kind of low, right, just under the edge of the table and such. You hear him go, "Gah!" Roll damage for me, man.
Damage is 5 plus the 5 for the deed.
Yeah, you actually hear him go, "Ah!" And then there's a thud, and y'all see blood start to come out from underneath the table in both directions in 2 rivulets. And that's when Senbel does something amazing. Senbel, show him how you do.
So this guy who's just come running in, how far away is he from me?
From you, he's 60 feet away from you, but that's short range for your bow, man. You're well set up for this nonsense.
Yeah, go on, man. Let's do this.
Cast a spell. You want to too? Make a phone call. You got one.
That'll be a 23. Crit.
Yeah, give me damage, man. He hates that.
That's 5.
Okay. He is still up, but he now has an arrow sticking out of his midsection and is like, he might be getting ready to run away or something. I might make a morale check for him because everything else went poorly. But so Margaret, you already went out of order for the spell duel, so it is Nicholas on the top. So top of round 3, Nicholas, it's your turn. You have actually, so you're standing there kind of with like right over where Terry the Lizard was. The table's on top of him. You're standing there smoking gun. And
Terry dead?
I mean, you look down at him like, you know, he
knock the fuck out. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Just knocked out.
We like to apologize in advance for Dwayne Waldrop.
Hey, you know,
I'm messing with you, cousin. I'm messing with you, man.
Time without a disclaimer, man.
I know. He, you know, you're not sure if he's going to survive this. Like that table hit him pretty hard. He, like, you look down. He got that bullet went clean through his ankle. That Gorig shot. He's in rough shape.
He got a commission either way, though.
Yeah, he certainly isn't a threat.
So we've got a new thug that just came in that just got an arrow in the chest.
Yeah.
And we got the wizard that's getting all kinds of nastiness done to his eyes.
Yeah, he is still blinded and he can't see.
Okay.
How long is the wizard unconscious for?
Wizard is unconscious for. Actually, it's a die 6 plus 1 round. So roll it up. I think it's die 6 plus 1. I've actually realized I've been tracking on his blindness tracker here. So roll me a die 6, Morgrith, and tell me what you get there.
2.
2.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, he is unconscious for at least 1 more round. Is the wizard?
Okay. I'm going to maneuver myself. All right, so this guy's like 60 feet away from me, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to maneuver myself so that his back is to the bar.
You're going to maneuver your character, so your back, like, kind of go in a circle around.
So that the new thug's back is to the bar where I know I got somebody at.
Okay, so you're going to go to the other side of the room and kind of force him to move in that direction.
Take a mad run and pop a shot. I'm not trying to hit it or anything, just trying to get his attention.
I got you. And you're going to try to, your D die is going to be to try to maneuver him in front of where Valeria is.
Correct.
Yeah, I got you. So just roll me that D die then. That's all you need. So you give me a 3 or better on that.
That's a D5, right?
D5, yep.
Yeah, I got a 3.
3? Okay. So yeah, so he starts circling around. So on his next round, which is right now, he actually is going to like run over there and yeah, he's actually real close on where Valeria is at this point. Not like right there where you could do like get him with a knife, but like you know, within a pistol shot of that with the good use of the deed, and he is going to take a shot at you. He is going to get a 17. Does that get you?
This is me, man. I got an 18.
Bullet goes right past your face. Running off there to the side, can't get it. It's Valeria. He has been set up for a backstab. So you can go ahead and take your shot and add your sneak attack modifier. Or backstab.
Okay, so my sneak attack, so sneak silently?
Backstab. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong word.
Backstab. Okay, on a 20, there's a total of
Play
9.
1 game of 5e, and whoo, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
You got a total of a 20?
No, I had a 7 plus a 2 for my backstab.
Your backstab's only plus 2, so it's a 9, and then
Right,
add your regular gun, you know, for your crossbow.
Right, would be 3, would be 12.
All right, that is a 12. That is going to miss, unless.
I'll burn luck.
Hey, how many points of luck are you going to burn there, thief?
How much do I need to burn to be successful?
Well, he has got an armor class 14.
Oh, and I rolled 12. So, question of mechanics. If
Sure.
I roll his armor class, does it win, or do I need to
You
roll
just got
more
to
than-
match his armor class. Just got to hit it. Yeah. So.
Okay, I'll burn
and-
2.
All right, you're gonna burn 2. Okay, so roll 2d5 and add them to your total.
5 and 3 is 8 plus my 12.
Yep.
Is 20.
All right, so first roll me that damage, the regular damage.
Regular damage is 2.
2. Okay, and then roll me your crit. Roll me roll your crit die and add your luck modifier to whatever it is you get.
Okay. My crit die is 14.
Outstanding. So roll that for me, please.
And add my 2 points of luck that I'm burning.
Yeah. No. Just add the your luck modifier, whatever your normal luck modifier is. Just go ahead and add that for me, please.
Okay. That's 9 plus 2 is a total of 11.
9 plus 2 is a total of 11 on that critical check. That is on critical check. You are on guilty. 11. Yeah, you actually shoot him through the back of the neck. Like blood comes out of that. He's still alive, but he is no longer able to speak.
How is he still alive? That's really cool, but how is he still alive?
I mean, he's not doing great. He's
Okay.
still alive though. That's all. But still, that was awesome. And he's actually Gorig. He's can go now. So go ahead and go.
So, how far away would he be from me?
How far away would he be from you? So he is going to be from you 20 feet or so at this point because he moved around.
Okay, all right. But I can see his ankles.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna shoot his ankles.
He's one of those wild sock guys.
Get a 2 on my deed die, so his ankle is safe
For now.
for now. And then I got 13 on my shot.
All right. That's
I'll let it go.
You want to spend a point of luck?
No.
All right. That is going to miss him then. He's still up, staggering, pointing his gun, doesn't know who to shoot at. He's surrounded. But that's when Senbel does something awesome.
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot that bow again, I think.
All right, get him.
That's 17
Oh, yeah. Give me some damage.
for 4 points of damage.
Okay, so, he's staggering there. He's got one hand over his blood-spurting neck wound. He's trying to, he's hands shaking. He's trying to take one shot at Gorg, and then, a second arrow just, rips him, and he goes down. Okay, so at this point, y'all are the only ones here in this place. We rushed into this, so I wanna go ahead and a couple things I want to mention. Your guns have mags, so every one of your gun has got a 10-shot mag, and each one of you have got 2 extra mags for them. I was going to mention this in the intro, and then tech things went crazy. Sorry, guys at home. And I was going to do a whole thing about you talking about your gang tattoos that you have. We didn't do that, but you have gang tattoos. They're awesome. You look fantastic. So just keep that in mind. So that's what happens. What do y'all do?
Can I go up to the mage and when he wakes up, have my gun right in his face?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You stand over there with his gun. He pops out of it around later, like, and and then he's blind for 10 more seconds, and then he snaps out of that, and he kind of comes through out of that, like looking right down the barrel of your pistol. He's like, he puts his hands up, but then like a look of serenity comes over his face. He knows he's got, and he's like, Margaret, I always thought, maybe one day it'd be you and me blasting each other, but I didn't know it would come down to guns.
It wasn't guns, my friend.
You're right about that. You beat me. What happens now?
What the hell, dude?
What the hell? You tell me what the hell.
Friends.
How are you gonna murder Simon Coldwater and then walk in here like everything's all good? You guys are burned. Do you get it? The whole city's looking for you now. All the families are arrayed against you.
I didn't murder no one.
Sure. Everybody give me a, this is going to be like a wheelhouse roll. Roll a D20, add your intelligence modifier. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This will be a luck check. D20, roll low under your current luck.
Failed.
Here's my pen. Failed. Anybody make it?
I got a 3.
Cool. Yeah, 3 is good, man. Anybody else? All
I
right.
rolled equal to my luck.
So you at least have heard of this guy. But Nick, you've actually partied with Simon Coldwater. So he's from one of the other families. He's nobility. You thought he was a civilian. Like, you don't even know why somebody would want to kill this guy. He is like, his dad is real important. His dad's a moneymaker. But he's like a kind of a gad-about town playboy, you know, like just basically gets an allowance from daddy, and you know, he just like paints the town red. He's taken you out a couple of times with you and like their enforcers. You know, he's kind of he's a funny guy. Well, he was before whatever happened to him. He was a funny guy.
Was he mouthy, or did he treat people badly? Or, I mean, would he have been the kind of guy to give somebody a reason to pop him?
I mean, you could see him getting drunk and saying some crap, but like, you know, because because of his dad, like he could always call him, like, you know, just his family name would protect him from most nonsense.
Yeah,
So,
I got you. He's a rich playboy snot. Basically.
exactly. But he's not the worst of them. He doesn't go looking for trouble. But yeah, you'll definitely seen him before. Like, are you kidding me? Really? Well-brand scotch? Do you know who I am? Like, you've seen him, you know, throw the odd drink at a waitress. He's not a good dude, but he's not like, there are a lot of noblemen who you could see getting shot for nonsense every day. He didn't seem like that. That was not your impression. Kind of a snot, kind of a rich snot, like Morgrith says, but certainly not an operator.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I'll go back to telling him I didn't kill nobody.
Well, he's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, you know what? That call, that came from Central. Like, Central. That all of a sudden, you guys realize how the kind of trouble you're into. Like, that's the council that all of the different families kind of sit on that sort of like regulate everything that's going on there. If like something came out of Central, like the ramifications are like you're going to be hard pressed finding a spot where you guys can hang your hats at this point.
Would that even be our family?
Oh yeah, I mean that means you're that
means we're burned.
Yeah, you're burned. You got to figure something out.
How do we? Okay.
Hey, how do we get around this town?
Horses. You guys have horses. Some people have carriages. Sorry, Val, go ahead.
Our family is going to, our bosses are mad at us now because we're murderers. How would one ever, do we have to find out who actually killed this guy and bring him in to save our names?
I mean, that would be, you see two ways of doing this. If you could find some way to absolutely prove your innocence and bring that up to Central, that might work. But in the meantime, I mean, you're going to have a lot of people gunning for you in the meantime. So you kind of got you could either try to figure out who it was and go get them and either find some way to make whoever it was confess, or if you guys could get to the Caledonia, that could buy you some time. So the Caledonia is so Gun Street, you're about like, you're like a few blocks over from Gun Street, okay? Gun Street is like where everything happens out here. You know what I'm saying? That's not even it's really called Broadway, but everybody calls it Gun Street. You know what I'm saying? It's where all the gangs meet, and that's where the Caledonia is. The Caledonia is a big combination. It is it's a hotel, restaurant, inn, concert venue, and it's like complete, like, you can't, that's where everybody goes. It's always known to be neutral ground. Nobody, like everybody you've heard of who've ever actually pulled a gun in the Caledonia, even pulling one will get you a beat down. I mean, like, and like actually taking it a step further and actually hauling off and either, even throwing a punch in that place will get your whole family burned. Like not like your bigger family, but like certainly like the people real close to you. So it's just known no one does that. So if you guys could, obviously you have a city full of options here. It's a great big city with a lot of stuff going on. But you could definitely try to figure out who did this, or you could try to get to the Caledonia and buy yourself some time.
Well, could I ask him where he got whacked? Where this kid got whacked?
You ask him, and he says, "All right." He goes, "Look, you know the rules. You guys are burned. If I open my mouth to tell you, you may as well just go ahead and pull that trigger because what they're going to do to me will be way worse. I mean, they'll send me into the zone, and like." You wizards know what that is. That's like a dungeon dimension people can get sent into. That's like eternal torture. He's like,
Sure.
So you do what you gotta do, Morgrith. Pull a trigger if you gotta pull a trigger, but I can't say anything. You know that.
I ain't gonna pull the trigger on you. You're a good man.
You're a good man. I appreciate you.
You're wrong.
I hope everybody's wrong. I hope no one's got any whatever. But he goes bare minimum though. You got to knock me out. You got to tie me up or something. Otherwise.
Can I knock him out? Because I walked up behind him. I snuck up behind him and just smack him
Sure.
real hard against the head. And
Yeah, we'll just you give him the pistol whip backstab to the back of the head, knockout blow. We won't even roll for it. And let's put it this way: he sure is laying there like he got knocked out.
Good enough. I didn't want to talk to him anymore. Anywho.
All right, we need to regroup real fast. There's 50,000 laying on the ground, I imagine, because I flipped that table over.
Yeah, there's a pile of money.
There's money because we don't know what we're going to need. Let's collect the guns that we can and whatever mags we can. Because you said we got 2 mags apiece on us?
2 mags plus the 1 in the gun.
Okay, so...
So keep track of bullets, but everyone's got, starting off with 3 with 10 shots each.
And so my dagger turned into a gun?
You should have a crossbow?
No, I have a crossbow.
You don't?
That's a gun.
Did I give you the wrong guy?
No, I have a crossbow.
Okay, so the crossbow turns into a gun, does a die 8 damage, and it's 30, 60, 90.
Sorry, it's red. Excuse me for a second.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are all the guns interchangeable? I mean,
You know what? So they all have different caliber ammo. So all of the guns that are that size, they use an ammo called 1d8 ammo. But like there are smaller guns that are like they use 1d6 ammo or even D4. There are like rifles that use 1d10 ammo, 1d12 and on up.
But everything that was being used in this room was of the same caliber.
Give me a luck check. Roll low.
Got a 3.
Yeah. So actually, I know because everybody fired. Yeah. It looks like everybody had a similar caliber to you, including the wizard. He's got like a little side piece on there, a little 4-shot like holdout, like almost like equivalent of like a Derringer. It's only a little 4-shot thing, but it's got 4 big bullets in there. Do a die 8 each.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab an extra gun
Sure.
and an extra
Are
mag.
we going to need to return this money to the boss?
I mean, I'm sure they think so, but it kind of depends.
How much do we trust them?
I mean, they've always been good to you, but you have seen like they'll definitely their status as a part of Central is in danger here. You know what I'm saying? If they don't go along with this, they could find themselves excluded from the council. That means all of their businesses are shut down. That means that it's basically open war, and you guys are probably with the best family. I mean, the Featherstones are very, they're organized. They got deep pockets and a lot of guys. But if it comes down to will they back you up on this? It kind of depends. You got a phone. You can make a phone call.
Yeah,
I
let's
say
do
we
that.
take the money. If we need to spend it, we spend it. If we end up getting cleared, we turn it in. Otherwise, we're going to need some cash to...
Okay, here's
I
the
know.
thing. We can make up 50,000. that's not going to be a big deal. Right now, we need the cash. So if it comes down to that, we can always figure that out.
I've got this personality. Should I call the Featherstones?
Give them a call. Let's find out. Let's find out what's going on.
All right, so you call up. You actually call your direct controller, Lady Corella Featherstone, one of the Featherstone, one of the daughters of the house. You pick up the phone and she's like, Featherstone.
This is Morgrith.
Morgrith, please explain to me why me and my family are all getting sent into an armored caravan right now to get us out of the city. What is going on? Did you guys ice Simon Coldwater?
Nice, nobody. You know me better than that.
I mean,
I know I did.
Look, all I know is I got a burn order for every one of you. You guys, look, you know I love you. You know you guys are family, but right now you guys are way too hot. You got to figure something out here. If you didn't do it, you got to
call off the heat until we figure out what the hell's going on.
Hey, right now I literally just packed a suitcase and we are running for it. Okay, we're making our way out of the city until all this cools over. There's gonna be a special meeting of the of Central to discuss all of this, but I don't know what to tell you.
What happened? Calm down.
All right, I'm calm. I hope you guys get passes. I want you to get passes, but you've got to take care of this right now.
To find where he got shot. Who blamed us? How do you know it? Where did you get the info?
She goes out. I got a call from Central, and what I heard was that he was. They said that they found him floating in the pool with 2 bullet holes, and there's 2 people with 2 witnesses. Says it was y'all. They specifically said they used all of your names. They said Nicholas, Morgrith, Valeria, Sinbel, Gorig. The 2 servants of the household said they saw you leaving the scene. This is very bad.
Do I know what the pool is?
Probably. I mean, yeah. Nicholas, you've actually been to his apartment. He has like a 15th floor apartment with an outdoor patio and a garden with this really nice pool in there. He throws pool parties in.
See if you can find out who the witnesses are.
She said 2 servants. She doesn't know who they were, but she says 2 servants.
Does anybody else live in that house with him, or is it just his?
It's a great big apartment building with a lot of houses in there. He kind of has the Coldwaters have the top 2 floors there, but mostly he's the only one that lives there that's part of the inner family. Actually has the last name of Coldwater. It's mostly a lot of retainers, hangers-on, bookkeepers, that kind of thing. But it's fancy, so he lives there. They have a keep, actually, in the city that most of them live in. But he kind of lives in the area. It's not even far from here, where, the nightlife is.
So, the servants, is it just his specific servants, or is it servants to the building?
They'd be his servants. They might, unless it's the doorman. They've got a couple people there. They've got a doorman, a super. But you figure it's probably, without any other information, you got to assume that it's his personal servants. It could have been, there are people who work the building. It's going to have a building manager. They probably have a couple of security guards, but, So,
I don't know how, but we need to get our hands on them.
Okay.
All
right.
Well, did the servants go back to the main estate or whatnot, the main keep, or are the servants going to still be in that?
Okay, when did this happen? What's our time frame here?
When did this happen? This happened. They're saying this all must have happened in the last couple of hours. This must have happened today.
Apparently, do we live at the keep with our people, with our boss?
Yeah, you live in the you guys are the actual enforcers. So you guys actually live amongst all. You're the head of their security collectively. So you guys actually live in the Featherstone Mansion, which is over in Old Town, which is pretty far from here. That's like the south part of the city.
There should be, because we're the head of the security, there should be cameras that most of us are on and recorded as being in the house till a certain time.
Yeah, you guys don't actually have cameras. They don't have, that is not one of the clockwork things that they've got. They've got guns, but no cars. It's, Okay. But there are magical sensors, though, that if your main wizard, Morgrith, was there, had access to like the his security area in there, he could access some of those maybe.
Can I do it?
Sure. Why not? Why not?
But the mansion is far away, and the whole town is pretty much kill on sight orders, or just arrest on sight order.
They're gonna cack somebody. Yeah. I mean, you got to figure at this point. There's probably a bounty on your heads at this point, and it's probably substantial. Substantial enough to attract. And there are so many. I mean, all of the 7 families have their own little knot of enforcers, just like y'all. But then there's a lot of like independents and private gangs, and a lot of like freelancers. Some of y'all, like Morgrith was a freelancer for a while. You know what I'm saying? Before he got absorbed. So there's a lot of players out there.
How far away are these apartments?
You could get over there. His apartment is only over maybe say 3 blocks away from here.
I say we head there.
Would they have something like crystal balls that I can look backward and
Yeah, we'll say if you can get back to the keep, they have some kind of a magical thing there that will at least say who was there and who wasn't there. But here's the thing: it's going to be in that building. It won't be yours. It'll be the one that their wizard uses. So you'll probably have to deal with their wizard, and then you're going to have to. It won't you can't just access it. You'll kind of have to hack it with some magical, doings. It's not undoable, but it'll be hard.
Does Terry the Lizard have a carriage?
Terry the Lizard, you definitely have a carriage. Yeah, if you can get down to the garage, you figure he's got a carriage.
I think if we commandeer his carriage for the night, it'll help us get where we want to go.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I'm going to pick up a bottle of something kind of expensive, but not the most expensive thing on the shelf, so that when we get down to the driver, because what driver wouldn't be waiting for the boss, there's a little less fighting, hopefully, and a little more, hey, go away, don't worry about it. And if that doesn't work, then he can always be hit upside the head with a bottle.
Exactly. I feel you. Yeah, you get a bottle of like a 20 gold piece bottle, but not a 100 gold piece bottle. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, so you grab a bottle of a real nice single malt and make your way down there. So you know the ins and outs of this place. So you actually have to go down this long flight of stairs, and again, it's like 2:15 in the morning. But as you guys make your way down around there, you guys pass by you have to cut past where the door to the kitchen is, and you can hear the radio in the kitchen, and it's actually playing the Featherstone House song, that you guys secretly know. It's One Nation Under a Groove, famous song of the era and stuff that you guys know. But they're playing it all slow and warbly, which is probably somebody in Central told the radio guys to put the word out over the broadcast areas that you guys are in trouble. You continue on past that. You go down some stairs, and I'm going to roll in case you'll have an encounter on the way down there. You do not have an encounter there. You get down to the stables underneath there, and there's okay. You're off, Mike. Valeria, calling you Val.
Thank you. Before we interact with somebody, disguising myself is a thing I can do. How long does that last?
It kind of depends on what you're going for. you know, and what you have on person to like actually do it. If like, what do you have in mind?
I want to not because apparently I'm a big enough deal that I'm going to be recognizable to Mr. Lizard's entourage down here. But I'm also probably a big enough deal that I'll be recognizable on the street wherever we decide to go.
Gotcha.
And I think I'd like to just not be recognizable. I just like to be a stranger.
All right.
And if everyone else is in the carriage, I could drive it or something.
Gotcha.
After we deal with getting.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me a luck check, and we'll say that maybe you can grab something that's in there that you can grab to make look like a driver or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's easy enough.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that's way under your,
2, so.
Yeah, that's way under your luck. Yeah, you go ahead and you grab like a hat and a coat. You kind of tuck all your hair up into it and such, and like, so give me a disguise check.
What's that? 20?
Yeah, D20 and add your disguise number on there.
It's a total of. Am I adding the yellow number or the red number?
The number on the far right column, the higher number it'll be.
Yeah, 1 plus 13 is 14.
Yeah, you think it's pretty good. All right, so you go past a couple of carriages.
Likely to get arrested than everyone else in the first 20 seconds. So I think I walk out first to find out what's going on. We just came down the stairs, right?
Yeah, you have just come on the stairs and are into the garage area where all the carriages are. There's actually only 2 in here, and one of them is like you guys have all seen Terry the Lizard's thing. I mean, it's this great big, imagine like the pleasure barge of carriages. You know what I'm saying? It's just gorgeous. It has the logo of the club on the side there, so it actually says, in big letters, it says the Rook's Nook, and it's got a picture of like a bird with a hat on and a monocle and like a champagne glass, like, Rook's like having a good night,
So if everyone's okay with it, then I walk out first to make sure nobody's there. And I kind of think we should take the Lizard's carriage because it'll be more recognizable, more likely to be ignored, safer in that regard. It'll be big and flashy, and people will be like, "Oh, that's him," and then they won't automatically go and look for his body.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to approach the carriage first. What are the rest of y'all going to do while Valeria approaches the carriage? Yeah, you're on.
I'll just stay back and see if she's got the courage. And
okay, you guys are gonna hang back by the stairwell, so you're just gonna not go into there all across the board. Got it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, sure. So Val, you approach the carriage. Sitting on the buckboard up there, smoking a cigarette, is like another person dressed like a driver. Looks down at you. It's like, can I help you?
What's a good personality number?
I mean, like, figure 12 is a high average, 9 is a low average. What's yours?
I'm 10, so I'm not the most friendly person around.
Yeah.
But I think I hop up next to the driver and give him my most alluring smile. I don't know what that looks like, but Valeria's got a nicer one than Catherine's. And I offer him a bottle.
It's like you're probably like you want to party. Yeah. All right. So why don't you make me that personality check? Roll a d20 and add nothing to it.
14.
14 is pretty good. He's like, we are going to get in trouble for this. Quick nip before the boss comes down. I'll take one. Thank you.
And I spill a little as I give.
Your mic just cut out. Go ahead.
Or big cup of this or big swig of this, whatever. So I'm, super friendly. And can I stab him in the back?
Yeah. Also with a 14. Yeah, like you spill a little bit. It's like, oh crap, I'll get that, and then give me an attack check. So roll a d20, add your attack roll, and I'm taking everything into account for his armor class. Go ahead, give me a roll.
Okay, so I got a 15 with my dagger is plus 3, which is 18. Do I add anything else?
You don't need to. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
1 + 1.
1 + 1, so 2 points of damage. But it's still an automatic crit. So go ahead and roll me that crit as well, please. How'd you do?
It's 12 total.
12, including your luck thing. Ooh, +1 plus 1d12 damage.
Oh. 5.
Yeah, you stab him in the back. He goes, ugh, spits up a thing of very expensive liquor, and then falls off the side of the carriage onto the concrete.
And then, is there anyone else around? Or
You don't see anybody else.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, you go ahead and what happens next?
I think that I'm ready to drive, so I get
now
ready.
walk toward the garage and tell Larry very subtle. I like that. Just
All right. So the rest of y'all, are we going to load into the carriage, and Larry is going to drive it and take you guys to Simon Coldwater's apartment?
Did I steal his hat in time? Does that complete my look? Do I look legit?
You already had a driver hat. You grabbed one off the rack on the way over there, so your hair is all up in it. You know what I'm saying? Cover up the real obvious tats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. All right. Yeah, you guys make your way over and get to the the streets are real quiet and but there's a lot you do see a couple of the different gangs are out there kind of you see gangs out there in force. You ride past a whole lot of colors, you know what I'm saying? You see a whole squad of the Silverwood boys who are boys. I'm saying boys. They're men and women. They're all elves. They're kind of all sort of standing around, very looking around for stuff. You see at least one of the Del Rio enforcers, just kind of hanging, sitting on a stoop, smoking a cigarette, like he owns the world, just kind of keeping an eye on stuff. Let me go ahead and give y'all a check. But you guys get to Simon's apartment unchallenged. But when you get up to the front of it, you can see that standing out front of the apartment, you see two of the Silverwood, not their enforcers, but some of their men-at-arms are standing guard out in front of the door to the apartment building.
Is there a servant entrance, like a back door, where kind of deliveries go?
You could take it around. You could ditch the cart someplace, go up, cut through the alley, and take a look.
I think it's a good idea.
All right.
You say the Silverwood were elves, yeah?
Yeah, Silverwoods are all elves. Yeah.
Are they going to recognize Senville?
If he was to come out of the carriage, you sort of already driven through those groups. They were posted out in the streets right around the Rook's Nook, and kind of waiting to see if anybody came out after the gunfire. You guys went out the back way and sort of went through them, and the word hasn't gotten out yet about Terry the Lizard, so you guys have evaded it. But right now, so that's what you see. So what are y'all going to try to do?
Yeah, I guess check out the back door.
I've got an idea. I have magic mouth. I can summon the guards over there with the magic mouth. If
you're gonna try to use some magic mouth action on them and try to get them.
Tell them to go over there because they need to. Because it's urgent report, and we just passed by them.
I hear you. Yeah. All right.
What do you guys think about that roll?
All right, yeah, I want to see you do it. If y'all are keen to try, magic mouth. What level's magic mouth? What the hell character?
What do you guys think? There are two options I can see.
1 8. So go ahead and roll. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So, do you want me to do this? Okay. So I'm going to tell them that an urgent message with them, and they need to. I rolled a 19 plus 5, 24, baby.
24. Yep. Lasts a week. You can specify this. Okay, I see what you're going for here. This really wasn't a ventriloquism spell. But, yeah, so you make a voice that calls to these guards from down the hall, like, down the way, and, since you got a 20, I'm just going to give him a saving throw against it. Yeah, the two of them here, like, what exactly does the magic mouth yell to them?
The magic mouth says, what house are they in? They're in... What's the house?
They're the Coldwater family.
There's an urgent message from Master Goldwater that you need to hear about the fugitives.
And where do you send them?
I send them down the alley.
Gotcha. So this magic mouth appears in front of them, and it's like, hey, you guys, there's a urgent message, dealing with the Featherstone thugs. Come this way, and they both perk up to that, and sort of run down the alleyway, allowing y'all to get past them and make your way up to the elevator. So, Nicholas, you've actually been here before, so you know exactly where it is, okay? So we take the elevator up to the top. Yeah, you guys, make your way up there to the top floor of this place, and the elevator. This is the thing: the elevator opens on, he has the whole floor, so the elevator opens up on the penthouse. So when the door opens up, you'll be looking right into his apartment.
Should I look?
As we're going up, I'll give him the layout of the apartment.
Okay.
What I love it.
And should I go in first? Again, try to disguise again.
Sounds good to me.
Everybody else? All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Val's gonna try that disguise trick again. So the doors open up. The rest of y'all are gonna kind of hang back a little bit, stay out of eye line, and then Val's going in. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, and I walk in with confidence because I'm investigating something.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in there with confidence. You see that inside the living room there are two of the Coldwater people. One of them is just one of their regular men-at-arms. One of them, however, is Pretzel. Pretzel is one of their enforcers, kind of an equivalent of one of y'all. You know that Pretzel is he is a real dangerous pistolero, and in fact, as soon as you walk in, he steps up and instantly has a gun trained on you. He's like, "Who the hell are you?"
I am an investigator, investigating the accounts of this evening. We found it necessary to ensure that there were multiple investigations taking place at the same time.
Are you from Central? I haven't got a word of this.
You shouldn't have gotten a word of this.
He looks over at the other guy. He's like, "Call this in." The other guy goes for his cell phone.
I'm going to cast ventriloquism.
All right. Cast me some ventriloquism.
Okay. So that was plus 5. That's a 12. I'm going to burn a couple of points of luck. So that's 12 on the base spell check. The ventriloquism is what, level 1 or level 2? Level 1, isn't it?
It's a level 1 spell, yes. You got a total of 12?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might have bump it by a couple of points. So I'm going to burn a couple of points of luck.
All right. What level are you going to get it up to?
That would take it to 14 to 17, a short phrase to a place within 30 feet and line of sight. He can use his own voice, or he can simulate another voice or sound that he's previously heard. Do I know these folks well enough that I can approximate one of their one of their thugs or henchmen's voice.
Yeah, I'll say that you they have an elf on in their crew too, and I'll say you know him well enough where you could fake his voice very easily.
All right. So basically, I want his voice to come from. It's a line of sight, but I want it kind of round the corner. It says within 30 feet.
Yeah.
So, like somebody's calling from another room.
Gotcha.
And I want it to call and say, "Hey, just taking a call from Central. They're sending an investigator over."
He looks over there where he's like, all right, and like the other guy like puts the phone down, and he's like, he kind of like well played, Bruce, well played. So he actually waves Valeria
I
in.
have never successfully used ventriloquism in years of playing. So
Outstanding.
it's a
So
busted.
yeah, so he waves Valeria in. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Staying out of sight.
Okay, so y'all are like staying there by the elevator. So okay, Valeria walks in. Okay, so out of the rest of you, Morgrith, Nicholas, Senbel, Goring, who has the lowest luck out of y'all?
I'm sporting a
I
12.
now have 10.
Anybody
I've got
low?
a 12.
Goring 12, Morgrith. What do you have for luck? What's your luck stat? You're there's two layers here. You're both your mic's off and your mouth full of God knows what. So give me another. Hit me up on the blower. I'm just giving you a hard time. Do you have lower than a 12?
I have 14.
Okay, you're better then. Yeah, gotcha. So Goring, you have the Senbel, you have the lowest luck. Go ahead and give me a luck check. D20. You want to roll low under your current luck.
Yep, made it 9.
But you went ahead and made it. Outstanding. So no one calls the elevator right away. So you guys are still there outside there with the door still open. Valeria, you walk inside and they go they're out past the pool. So the two of them go back to sitting there and doing nothing and kind of like talking. You walk through. This place is super luxurious. When you get out to the outdoor garden, so you walk out, it's this beautiful garden. Like it's not so much a pool as it is a grotto. You know what I'm saying? With like trees over it and such. You can see the city skyline beyond it. It's just gorgeous. It's like a great place for a party. It looks like they've dragged the corpse out of the water there, and he is laying there and such. And there is actually an elf out here. One of their enforcers, the elf who Senbel actually just imitated, is standing out here watching over everything. He's got a longbow with him. It's actually her, and her name is Leia. And when she sees you, she's like, "What's this then?"
Hello? They have sent me over from Central to ensure that this is done in triplicate to make sure that the justice is brought to bear. Can you tell me what went on this evening?
Can you tell me why you're dressed as a carriage driver?
Because it was assigned?
Don't I know you?
Do you know a lot of people who dress up as carriage drivers when they've been sent over from Central?
Do what you have to do. She kind of steps back.
So what? So I see the body's been dressed out.
Yeah, the body has been dragged out of the water. So yeah, it's definitely Simon Coldwater. He definitely has like 2 bullet holes in him, like center of mass. Give me this is gonna be an investigation thing. Give me a D20 check and add your character level and your intelligence modifier.
D20 is 13 plus 3, and my intelligence is 12, 28.
Yeah. So here's the deal, okay?
Oh, my modifier.
Yeah, use your modifier for God's sake. 28. I look into the past and see what happened. I'm playing.
16. I see it. I have a bit of a headache afterwards, but I know everything. Total is 16.
That's some Sherlock Holmes action right there. There's like subtitles going across. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? Like you check out the body. He definitely has 2 bullet holes in him, right? But he also has a mark on his chest that is absolutely looks like he was hit with a magic missile.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of them.
Okay. So, but there's nothing special about these bullet wounds. They're definitely.
They're from a 1d8 caliber weapon.
Okay.
But he also, like, you can see where he got hit with magic missiles too.
Right. Can I ask where the witnesses have been placed for security?
She looks over at you and she's like, "We sent them back. They were so upset. These are longtime servants of the Coldwater family. So we sent them back to their keep in Old Town. They're very distraught, but I'm sure we can have them come by Central tomorrow morning if you wish to ask further questions."
Do I think she's lying? Do I think they've been killed?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. That's a 20 again, right?
Yeah, same bump.
Just
add your intelligence modifier.
19.
She's holding something back. I'll tell you what, give me a luck check. See if you actually know Leah. Roll a d20, roll low under Leah's check.
It is under my luck.
Mm-hmm.
I got 8 out of 15.
15? So you don't make it.
No, I got an 8.
Oh, you got an 8. Okay, yeah. Well, you know that Leah she's one of their enforcers. She's got a number, like, amongst other things, you are fairly certain she knows how to cast the spell Magic Missile. Here's her intelligence check. And she knows that you know. And she's like you're looking at her and she's looking at you and she's like, "Too bad. This could have gone so much smoother." And roll for initiative. It's about to get hairy out here.
Can I yell? Can I tell them this is happening now? Or
Time out.
Are they paying attention?
Yeah, we were all paying attention.
I got a nat 20. I don't know what that does, but it's nice.
It's high on initiative. D, what'd you ask?
Any chance for us to get a surprise here?
If she beats my initiative, okay. Right now we're just gonna roll for you versus the elf, you versus Leah. Okay, you got a 20 total 20. What's your modifier on top of that?
Oh, which modifier?
Your initiative modifier.
1. Sorry, 21.
21. Okay, so if you beat my initiative, I'll say you can yell out as part of your action, and then everybody else, will hear you and can act appropriately. Okay. So it all comes down to, do I have better than a +1 initiative? Who knows? And can I roll out? I got a 5. So you're definitely gonna go first. Morgoth on 6.
Okay, so it's not my concern, but my group can't necessarily come and assist me because their Pretzel and somebody is between me and them, right?
Yeah, Pretzel and one of the house guards. But here's the deal. So what do you do? You get first action. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to yell out, "They murdered him."
Okay.
My group to know that it's these people, because she did magic missile and Pretzel's got enough gunpowder that if I'm wrong and they're dead, I don't care right now.
So y'all hear Valeria go, "They murdered him," and you see from where you are. The rest of y'all are all standing on the inside of the escalator. You can see the two of them standing up and getting ready to draw. I'll say that Pretzel drew his gun back when Valeria got there. He actually just put it down on the coffee table in front of where he's sitting down at the sofa. So first we're going to do Valeria, okay? And then the rest of y'all can get a surprise round, and then it'll be the elf, and then we'll roll initiative for the rest of y'all. So, and I already got Morgoth's initiative on 6, so that'll be for round after this. So, Valeria, you yell out, but you can still act. What are you going to do?
Because my spear gives a D8. But so does my gun, right? I'll go. Sorry. How far away am I? Am I in? What's my range?
You guys y'all are about like 20 feet from one another. Guys y'all were having a conversation, so.
Right. I'm gonna use my gun and I'm going to attempt to shoot her.
Okay. So go ahead and take your shot.
That's a 20, right? To start with. Plus my. Well, that's not going to go well. I got a 6 right there.
Did you roll a natural 20?
No, I got a 6.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, total is 6. Yeah, bullet flies. She's very
Well,
fast.
Wait, it starts at 6. I add my level, which is 3, and then I add my attack modifier, right? Which is...
No, just your attack modifier and your agility modifier.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's a total of 9.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets a little closer as it veers off.
Yeah, she she is fast. She looks like she's as fast as any of y'all, and gets out of the way and is going to try to cast a spell on her round. But first, the rest of y'all get one surprise round where y'all can act before the guys in the living room get to do their shit. So, what are we going to do on our surprise round?
You said Preston put his gun on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting bum rushed.
Okay.
I was gonna cast Choking Cloud and see if we can take them out first.
You want to let him cast a spell first? Everyone's in null initiative.
We don't really have time to talk about it, so I'm just going to go for it.
I'll tell you, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative for all of y'all, and we'll add it in there. I've already got Morgareth. You got a 6?
Yep.
All right, so Senbel, what'd you get?
3.
3 for Senbel. Ooh.
I could still cast the spell.
Yeah, it'll still be a surprise round before they can go. Absolutely. Gorig, what'd you get?
Got an 18.
18 for Gorig. And Nicholas.
14.
14 for Nicholas. Okay, so it's gonna go Gorig, then Nicholas, then Morgoth, then the elf gets to go, then Senbel, and then it's top of the order, and the other guys can go. So it's gonna be Gorig first.
I'm going to use Mighty Deed, and I'm going to attempt to shoot Pretzel's gun off the table.
Hell yeah! I want to see you do it. Go ahead and make your attack roll, and give me a 3 or better on that deed die.
Get a 4 for the deed die, and 5 for the attack. 6.
That's a total of 6.
7 total.
7. So that is going to miss. You would have to spend a whole lot of luck to actually get that up into... Well, I guess so. It's an unintended object. It's small. I'll say its armor class is a 12. So what did you get? A total of 6?
I got a total of 7.
7. Yeah, you have to spend 5 points of luck to pull this off.
What's the table made out of?
It's like a mahogany.
Okay. So missing the gun and hitting the table doesn't really
glass or anything, yeah. You want to just leave it where it is?
Just leave it as it is.
All right, you fire one across the table, put one on the table. He looks quite shocked, and he's like, Gorig! Like, he sees you, and now he's like, definitely going to grab his gun. But it's Nicholas going to go first. Nicholas the Rat.
All right, so I'm going to charge and pull a weapon, and I'm just going to attempt to, get into a scuffle with him. I'm trying to keep him away from his gun, because I know he's good with it.
So you're going to actually go for a charge attack and get up in his grill and be between him and the coffee table. Is that right?
Yeah, and if I can, have my gun pulled out in the process.
Yeah, you can draw it over. Yeah, you can run over there and go for a punch, or you're going to shoot him, or you're going to
No, I was just going to run and try to tie him up, so a grapple type situation.
Gotcha. So you're going to have your gun out and you're going to try to grab him. All right, so go ahead and give me a grapple check. So D20, and you're going to roll. You got to beat my strength check. So D20 plus your strength modifier and your D die versus him and his strength modifier and his D die.
All right, what's my D die?
Your D die is a die 5.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and that's your bonus to hit and damage every round. I got the dog out. 1 second. Yeah, dog. Go, 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 go. Silly, bud. Silly. What'd you get total?
21.
Yeah, I did real good, but I didn't do 21 good. So you have now got him grappled and have your gun up there and such, and he is like, he is grappled at this point. So that's going to be it was Nicholas. It is Morgareth. Morgareth from the elevator. What are you going to do? You're on mute, Brett. Brett, you're muted. Brett, you're muted.
I got there. Sorry.
No worries.
So he is grappled. Can I get color spray off on the one attacking Morella?
Yeah, you can definitely target the other one with your color spray. You can't get him though without also getting the rat.
Right. I'll get the one on Morella.
Gotcha. Give me that color spray check. D20.
5 plus 5 is 10.
Total of 10. 10 is going to be lost and failure. Spell goes away.
You guys burn a point of life to not learn it.
You got to burn 2 points of luck.
Okay.
All right, you're going to burn 2 points of luck. Keep color spray, and at that level, A, B, C, page 135. On a 12, one target within range must make a willpower save or be blinded for 1d4 rounds. So here is his saving throw. I got to get a 12 or better. He is going to get a 9. That's nice, dude. I'm sorry. That worked out.
Well, that's not bad at all for a terrible roll.
Yeah, I was thinking you were throwing some luck points away, but nah. Roll me a die 4, please.
Your D4 looks strange.
I know.
There you go. 3.
3. Okay, so for 3 rounds, the thug is going to be blinded.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Okay, that was awesome. So it is actually their turn. Dwayne, I'm trying to break your grapple, and for his deed, he is going to say that he is going to use the fact that you only have one hand because you're using your gun against you. So I'm making my deed die check first. Yeah, man, I'm going to get that. So go ahead and roll a D16 plus your strength modifier for your grapple check. I still only got a total of 14. You beat a 14? Your mic's off.
13. You got me.
13, yeah. So he breaks out of your grapple, and that is what happens. The other guy is blinded and is going to stagger back like, ah! And then it's going to be however, hey Valeria, you're out there on the beautiful. You're out there by the grotto, and yeah, she's going to hit you with a spell. Yeah, 13. That is not the best web spell I've ever seen, but it might do. So on a 13 with the web. It's a monster center. Sorry. What the hell is web? Is it up 2? I guess it's 1. Is web level 1? Not bad. Or is it called spider web? Where in the crap is the spell? Sorry, guys. Hey, this is me stalling while I look up this spell thing I can't find. Yeah, 196. Okay, look right at it. $196. Okay, so all right, so she throws a web up in your grill, in your area. So okay, so essentially she puts a spider web up between herself and Valeria that is going to protect her. You can't like get up close to her this round and zap her. And then for her movement action, so she puts a web up that's kind of like between a couple of those trees that are out there as part of the grotto. And then she's going to run back and get cover behind some things so she does not get shot. And that is what she can do. And then is Senbel. Senbel, you are still in the elevator, but you can see what's going on out there.
Okay, so he's going to step out of the elevator. So the pistolero broke free of the grapple, right?
He did, yes.
So I've got a clear shot with my flaming hands if I want to try and take him down?
Yeah, you do.
Without hitting.
You just can't get any multiple shots. You know what I'm saying? You can't get any multiples.
Okay.
You need to. It's okay.
Okay. So
right.
that was a 15 on flaming hands, a blast of fire burning a single target in range with D6. So that's 3 points of damage of that guy.
Pretzel shrieks, "Gah!" And like he, is just furious at this, just so angry. But it is not his go. So that is where we are at. So it is the top of the order. On 21, Valeria, you are now on one side of a spider web that is blocking you from the path where Leah, their elf, went. What are you gonna do?
Is the body on my side?
Yeah, the body's on your side. Yeah, you were literally you looked at the body, you looked up, she looked at you. Dun dun dun. So
I can't move the body, right? I'm not strong enough. We're fighting. This is more important, right?
What's your strength?
My strength is 14, but I just don't see a reason, even if I could move the body, like someone would hit me or something. But do I need the body for proof that she did this, or is that not going to help?
Well, that's interesting. Okay, so he's got clear marks that show where a magic missile hit him. Okay, you know what to look for as far as that goes. And nobody on your squad has magic missile. Is that right? Bruce, do you have magic missile? Morgenstern, magic missile? Anybody? No? Y'all would have used it already. You ain't got no magic missiles. So, so the body is definitely proof that that none of y'all did it. So actually, it's huge.
Okay, so I want to grab the body and can she cast spells at me through her web?
Yes, if she's got especially if she has a fire spell, she can run right through it. But I'll tell you what, if you give me a strength check, roll me a D20, and give me say he's an average size dude. Give me a D20 and get a 15 or better. You can hoist him up and run back into. You kind of have to run to the dining room to get back into the apartment. So you can hoist him up and run him through. But you get a 15 or better on your strength check.
16 plus 1 is 17.
Boom, yeah. So you hoist the body up and have him over your shoulder, dun dun, and start running back in there towards where everybody else is. So and I'll say, like, out of the corner of your eye, where Nicholas, where you are specifically, you can see Valeria is running in there, like, uncommon valor style, with this clearly, like, it's a very pale man in his swim trunks. You put two and two together.
It's either Uncommon Valor or it's Weekend at Bernie's, right?
Only if she makes him talk. That's right. It wasn't them. They didn't do it. It was the elf. So, yeah,
Magic mouth on the corpse.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
Val, I'm missing all that because your mic's not on. But, okay, so you run in there and you start running that way. And that is where we're going to leave you off when we get to the rest of the fight. And it's Gorig and then Nicholas. Gorig, it is your turn. You are just inside of the elevator door. You took a shot last round. It didn't go. You can see that he's belly to belly with Nicholas. Pretzel is belly to belly with Nicholas. There is one more thug in there who is blind, at least temporarily.
Well, I'm going to go back to my roots and I'm going to come in close with my hand axe and attempt to decapitate Pretzel.
Okay, you're going to go for a neck shot against Pretzel. Run in there and do it. So give me your melee attack roll.
I got a 17 for the hit, but my deed was a 1.
Okay, so it's a hit, barely, but you just do regular damage. So give me your regular damage, include your deed die, and your strength modifier.
Got 4 damage.
4 points of damage. Pretzel already got hit with a burst of fire, but like he's tough. He's real tough. Like he's tough like Nicholas and Gorg tough. You know what I'm saying? He's like their big man. So you hit him, but he is still up and in this fight. Nicholas, it is your turn. You are face to face with this guy. Your gun is his gun is behind you, and but he's in your grill. So what are you gonna go for? Your mic's off.
Yeah, point blank shots here, man. We're going for it.
All right, you're gonna go for point blanky.
All right, so D5 and a D20. How does that work?
Yeah, so you roll a D20 and a D5. Okay. And then the D5 is your bonus to hit, so you add your D5 plus your agility modifier as your chance to hit plus D20.
24.
What'd you score on the die number on the D20?
18.
All right, ooh, so close to a crit. So close. Is that a crit for a third level warrior? Look that up. It's on your character sheet. What do you crit on? I'm double checking. No, you still crit on a 19. Okay, just checking. All right, so yeah, go ahead and roll me your gun damage plus whatever you got on your deed die.
5.
Total of 5?
Yeah.
You blast him. He is still up, but like that was bad. Like you kind of shoot him in the gut. You know, he's still fighting, but he looks bad from that. He's pretty bummed. But the fight continues, and yeah, man, it is their turn. So, nope, I'm sorry, I take it back. It is time for Margaret. Margaret, it is your go, my friend.
I'm trying to find what force manipulation does.
So, force manipulation at low levels, you can make like a force ball that you can throw. At higher levels, you can make a shield to defend yourself against attacks.
I'm going to make it a force ball.
Okay.
And throw it in.
All right, go ahead and make that check for force manipulation, my friend. 143.
That's 18 plus 5. That's 23.
Jiminy Cricket.
But I'm not seeing the spell in the...
It's on page 143 on my book. Well, I got you. So, and you can choose a lower number if you want to. So, yeah, you can actually do a attack against him with that for 3d6 damage.
Yep.
But you gotta roll to hit with it though. So you gotta roll a d20 and add your base attack modifier and your range base attack modifier and your range attack modifier. So roll to hit with a force ball.
And so I do my range attack.
Yep.
Range attack
yep.
minus my range attack even 13.
13. Feel like spending 4 points of luck?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, my boy. So roll me 3d6 damage.
All right. So 2 plus 5, 7 plus 2 more 9.
Wow! You hit him in the face. That thing hits him upside the head. That's the worst shot he's taken so far. Like, your professional wizard opinion is that he will not survive another blow of that magnitude. He's kind of fading back. It is their turn. It is round 2 for them, for the one thug being blinded. He drops to the ground and starts crawling away and trying to, like, make his way over to a wall. Pretzel, okay, he's actually going to go for a slickness move against Nicholas. So, Nicholas, you're actually standing in front of his gun, right? So what he's going to do is he is going to like actually drop down to where he's sitting back on the couch and try to reach between your legs and grab that gun and pull it up and zap you with it, okay? So I'm going to say on a 3, he can get the gun. On a 4, he can get the gun and fire it with a die 16. And on a 5, he can, I got the wrong die in my head. On a 5, he can get the gun. Bingo. And on a 5, he can get the gun and make a regular shot against you. You ready? I got a 2. So that does not work. He tries to reach between your legs and grab his gun, and you get your knee up in front of it before he can do it. John Woo, baby. John Woo. And then out on the porch, yeah, from where Nicholas is, you can see what's her name like come out from around the corner there, and is going to cast a spell at Valeria. Yeah, a barrage of magic missiles comes at Valeria. My book should automatically open up the magic missile. I'm looking for it. All right, you're going to take 1d4 plus 1 missiles do 1 to 4 damage each. So here it goes. Okay, so you get hit by 4 missiles. Ouch. You got a problem, Val. What are your hit points?
Hit point. Oh, not my armor class.
6, 7, 8. How many hit points do you have?
What was that?
How many hit points you left?
That was 19, and you took 4?
No, 12. You take 12 points of damage as she gazats you with 4 magic missiles.
Oh, so 3 each. But it's the 19 next to my heart that I started with, right?
Yeah.
So I have 7 left, and that is rude. By the way, did her spell destroy her web when she did that?
She just ran around it. It's only a 10-foot by 10-foot web, so she just kind of like went around the far side.
She hid and then come back around. Okay.
Yeah, so she's actually still out on the porch firing missiles at you while you're actually in the dining room.
Okay, am I still holding this body?
Oh yeah, you still have the body.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're going to drop it.
No, I may eventually. It's a corpse. It could take a little more beating. Yeah, this bruise was my fault. This bruise is not.
You could be like, now we did this, but
Yeah, this is
we did not do.
This is not. Okay. Do I respond right now, or I just?
No, it's not. It's actually. That was the end of their round. It's actually Senbel, the Sen Master.
Okay, I think another flaming hands to try and put this guy on the ground.
All right, do it up.
That's gonna be a. That's gonna be a. I think that's gonna be the same again.
1d6.
Yep, same again. 1d6, and that is a massive 1 point of damage.
Okay, he is gonna make it. He's gonna make that one. He's gonna survive that. You know, he's starting to look like he's been hit a bunch of times now, but that 1 point of damage was not enough to put him down. He has got some hit points left. So we're at the top of the order. It's Valeria. Valeria, you just got hit with some magic missiles, but you got a body up on your shoulder, and you are running. What are you gonna do?
I'm in the dining room.
Yeah.
Can the table be between me and everybody else and her? Kind of. Can I arrange the table so if I flip it on its side and put the body down, the body's protected, so nobody can burn it away and still blame me?
Yeah, I see what you're going for. Yeah. So this round, you can run around there, kick the table over, and then drop the body behind the table.
Right. Is that one movement action?
That's the whole Jimmy. You know.
Okay. But I am crouching down behind this table as well, so the body is safe and I am still not dead.
Gotcha. All right, so you run over there and kick the table over, the dining room table, which is this huge, big, real nice mahogany affair with scroll work under a giant, big, like a chandelier full of candles and whatnot. Gorgeous plates all around the thing and flowers. You go over and kick that thing over, and you are now behind the table with the body of poor Simon Coldwater. Whatever he did to deserve all this nonsense, we're never going to know. But that was awesome, and it is time after that for Gorig to go. Gorig, give me a luck check. D20, roll low under your luck.
Got a 5. Luck is 12.
Yeah, so from where you're standing in the living room, you hear a ka-thunk, and you can see that Valeria just ran over, kicked the dining room table over, and is now hiding over there and protecting the body with her as if that body was valuable to her. And beyond that, like, this is at range now, okay? So, like, another, say 60 feet from where you are, you see the Coldwater's family, one of their enforcers, Leah the elf, who just, like, fingers still smoking from whatever spell she cast last round, getting ready to do something else crazy. So you can go. What are you going to do?
Can I burn luck to increase my D die?
Yes.
Okay.
You can burn luck to increase any die roll in the game.
All right. So I am not happy. Going back for that next shot with my hand axe.
Oh, well, you're gonna hit. You're gonna swing a pretzel.
That's all.
All right, gotcha. Go for it.
Got a 5 on the D die.
All right.
And 11, 12 on the hit die.
So a total of 12,
Total of 12,
including that 5.
including that 5.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're still gonna miss on that one.
How much luck would I need to burn?
So you got a total of 12. You would need to burn. He's got a 17. You need to burn 5 points of luck to make that a hit. But I'll let you add those since you haven't actually added luck yet. So you can actually add those luck points to your D die, so it'll do extra damage as well.
Then yeah, we're gonna burn that 5.
You burn 5 points of luck. Roll me damage. That's I know, right? Your damage, hand axe damage plus 10 plus your strength modifier.
So I've got
It goes. Whoop, whoop.
17.
Yeah, 17. So Nicholas, okay, smash cut to Nicholas. He reaches down between your legs, goes for your gun, you fire, and then as just a jet of blood all over your nice like 3-piece gangster suit with the pinstripes. You just got blooded all the way up, man. Like you open your eyes and like y'all see 2 eyes looking out from a field of blood as Nicholas the Rat is completely just, because and meanwhile his head, I'm gonna say this, you got a 10 in that D die for a decapitation thing. Nobody ever finds the head. Just nobody. It's a mystery of the city from now on. The time that Gorig cut a guy's head off and it just disappeared. The body's there. There's blood. Where'd the head go? We never know. We'll never know. Awesome shot there. So Nicholas the Rat, it is your turn. What are you gonna do, my friend?
Well, no, I'm gonna shout, "Get the body out of here!" And I'm gonna take a step back so I can take a bead on the mage.
Gotcha.
Whatever her name is, and I'm just gonna open up on her. So,
All right. Boom. Take a shot.
all right, I got a 4 on the D die, 19 on the roll, so plus 4 plus
Da, 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 da. That's a critical.
25, 26.
Yep, that's a crit.
No, 25. Sorry.
Beautiful, beautiful shot. So go ahead, roll me your regular damage. So you're rolling me a die 8 plus your D die damage, and then it's a crit. So roll the damage first.
6 plus the D die is 4, 10.
10 points of damage to Leah the elf. And then do you see where your critical check is? Your critical die is there under your combat thing?
D16 table 4.
Yeah, so roll at D16, add your table 4, goodness, and add your luck modifier. If you have a positive luck modifier, you do. Add your luck modifier to whatever you get.
Okay, so it's gonna be 8, 9.
Total of 9. This is so gross. Blow to throat carries through the spinal column, reducing everything in between to pasty mush. Inflict plus 2d12 damage with a strike, and the foe loses speech for 1d4 weeks.
A whopping extra 6 points of damage.
Okay. All right, on 2d12. So here's what happens. Like,
It was a beautiful roll up till then.
I feel you. You were on fire for a second there, yeah. So you shoot her in the neck. Like, you don't get her straight on. You kind of get her over here, and she's got like this look on her face where it's looking pretty bad for her, but she's still alive.
Wait, but you say she can't talk?
She cannot talk at this point. Yeah, it's a sad day for spellcasters everywhere when
I'm fine with that outcome.
when thuggish fighters were able to bull this kind of nonsense. Yeah, so that's terrible. Leah backs away. It's awful for her, and that is when Morgoth, is your time to shine, my friend. Before they go.
I'll do another force cubism.
Okay, give me that check.
So I cast it and then I throw it, right?
Yeah, you got to. It's a weird one. You cast it and then you got to throw this one. You actually make a force ball. You got to hunk.
Actually, they aren't dazed or anything, are they?
They aren't what?
They aren't dazed or anything, are they?
What? Who?
The guys coming after us.
I mean, yeah. Like she got hit in the neck, so that gets done with her spell casting stuff.
Yeah, well, they need to be dazed. Color spray seems like a better.
You know what? Here's the thing. She's 60 foot away. She's out of range for color spray.
Okay, force manipulation then.
All right, do it.
Shit. I lost it.
Didn't sound good. Okay, so you try casting a spell.
I can't even look it into.
Yeah, I got you. Just remember, if you need to cast it one more time, you can always do a point of spell burn to cast it one additional time. That goes for elves. Bruce, you know.
Oh, really? I can cast spells that I've lost.
Yeah, if you do a point of spell burn, you got to burn a point of your. Not this round, you've already gone. But in your next round,
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So fight continues. It is their turn. Man, she lost her. She can't cast any spells. Okay. So goodness gracious, she's going to turn around and run back out on the patio. She got shot in the neck. She can't talk. She's got problems. But you do see that as she runs back out there, she draws a bow, and it snaps up just like Sedbell does. So she draws her bow while she's running and runs and takes a left and is somewhere out on the patio. So we're out of combat rounds. Oh wait, and then the other one. This is the final round of blindness for the other guy. The other guy is like crab walking backwards and trying to get it together. But he cannot see this round. This is his last round of blindness. So their man at arms has now managed to crawl his way over to the wall by one of the windows and like gets his back up to it and is just putting his hands up in front of his face in case someone wants to shoot him while he is blind. So it's actually Sandbell. You're actually up.
I've got a question first.
I'm ready.
With Leah turning around and running away, is there any type of free action against her because she's turned her back on combat to flee?
If you were in melee with her.
Okay.
I see what you're going for, though, then.
I think I'm going to try and take this henchman up. I'm going to take this guy out before he comes back to his senses fully. So I'm going to draw my longsword.
Gotcha.
I'm within 30 feet of him. I can step up to him.
Yeah. He is blinded and sitting on the ground. So take a +4 to hit.
Okay. So that would be a 19, 20, 21 modified. So that's a hit. My longsword is a D8. That is just straight 4 points of damage.
Okay. He is still up, but he's in real bad shape after that. It's the top of the order, Valeria.
Do we need Leah? She's running away and she has a bow, but do we need her, or can we just bring the body to Central and be like, we can't do this?
The body is proof that y'all didn't do it. People know what spells you have. People know y'all can't cast Magic Missile. If the body would probably be enough.
Okay. How far away is Leah?
Leah is, she ran back outside and off somewhere on the patio. You're not sure.
Okay. Is it worth following after her?
Get out with the proof is what I say.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick this body up again because I'm really good at that, and she can't talk. So do I need to do another strength check for that?
Let's just say, okay, yeah, I guess we're still in combat rounds. Yeah, give me a 15 or better on a strength check to get her and be able to actually run this round with poor Simon.
Okay, So D20 plus my modifier. Anything else?
Just D20 plus your modifier. Yep, strength modifier.
12. So can
Yeah,
I drag him instead of carry?
Yeah, it takes you. You can't go anywhere. It takes you your whole round to hoist him up this time, and you can't go any place. You've got the body, but you're just stuck there in place. And you're standing now and are no longer have cover from behind the table. I give you a +1 because they can't get your legs.
Okay.
My cat has made his way in here. No, Trokio, you are just hell on wheels. Get over here, you.
So I pick up a corpse.
Yeah, you have the corpse,
I'm a
but
little bit weird about it, but pick up this corpse in swim trunks and I'm good.
gotcha. All right, battle continues. It is a Goring.
Right. The remaining thug. Is he able to see at this point?
He will be able to see for his next round. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over, and I am gonna take my hand axe to his ankles.
Take +4 to hit. You savage.
Get a 4 for my D die.
Trokio thinks you're a savage. Just throwing it out there. You've disappointed my cat. Make your regular attack roll +4 with the additional +4.
27 on my attack port total.
Okay, and then you walk over there and cleanly sever his foot at the ankle. He shrieks. He goes for his gun, but it's too late. He can't even. And then he just bleeds to death there. Oh, if you're gonna fight, get out. Go. Oh, the living room, I'm gonna fight. I'm sorry, I got animals. All right, that was okay. So we're at this point more or less out of combat rounds. We're gonna. What do y'all do?
Do we call Central, report the body, and magic missile?
Absolutely.
I think we try and capture her. I mean, come on, she's outnumbered. We've got still got 2 casters here. We can take her down.
Where's she going? We're on the penthouse, right?
Yeah, you guys are on the 15th floor. She's outside of the grotto.
So could I put the body down and we go outside and kill her together, or
I say
Or immobilize her.
phone call and then I wait there for the real investigators to show up while you guys go kill her? I could babysit a body and rifle through pockets for loose change. I've got an entire apartment.
I say we keep her alive. She's our proof otherwise, So we can get her to fess up to whatever, then. You say that zone thing is scary, right?
Oh, yeah. Here's her testimony, though. What we're just saying. All right, so you guys are going to walk out there and say again?
You can write.
She can read well enough to cast spells. So do y'all? So what happens? What do y'all do?
I put the body down and I call Central on my rotary cell.
Yeah, you know what? You dial that thing and you get you just get dead air on there. It's as if somebody has cut your phones off from the source. Dun dun dun.
I try the house phone.
House phone works. Ching 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 ching. And you get a woman's voice. Central.
Hello, I have the corpse. He was killed by his servant.
All right, we'll come back to this, okay? While y'all are doing that. So,
phone call.
Well, the rest of y'all, what do the rest of y'all do?
I'm going to point to the door and just start heading to the door. Get as far as the door, cautiously trying to figure out where she is because she's got a ranged weapon. Use the door as cover as much as I can.
All right.
Can I see her?
Yeah, you look outside there, and she's going to use her held action to loose an arrow at you. But you have cover from the door. It lands just on the opposite side of the door, would have gotten you right in the face.
But I know, being an elf and a competent archer, I can easily tell which direction the arrow came from, right?
Absolutely. It looks like she has climbed up one of the trees outside the grotto, and is up there in the topmost things of a huge catalpa tree.
can throw a fireball and light the tree on fire.
The Candyman can?
Not at level 3.
I'm sensing a lot of no here. So so you went to the door and y'all saw the arrow kind of like y'all saw Senbel flinch, but did not actually get hit by an arrow. What are the rest of y'all doing? That'd be specifically Gorig, Nicholas, and Morgoth.
I'm gonna lock the elevator so it can't come or go.
Gotcha. You go over there and pull the knob to tick on the elevator. I will say when you pull the stop button and it makes a noise, doo doo doo. It's clearly an actual chime somewhere, like a clockwork chime is being hit as this thing is stuck somewhere. Gorig, Morthreg, Margaret, what are y'all gonna do?
I'll follow Sinbel and ready. Yeah.
All right, so you're out there by Symbol doing that and such. Gorig, what are you gonna do?
Is there a window out onto the patio? Another way to get out there other than the door?
There is, if you make a luck check.
Got a 2 for my luck check.
Yes. Yeah, there's a handy dandy window. If you cut through, like you're looking for a spot, you cut through the bathroom. The bathroom's got a beautiful view of the city. And yeah, you can open that window up there and clamber out.
I'm gonna do.
All right. You gonna? I mean, I guess you're not wearing any armor, so give me an agility check. I mean, okay. Are you just gonna like smash through it, or describe what's going on?
I mean, I'm a dwarf. I'm gonna just smash through it.
My man. So you come out there, and she's effectively surrounded at this point. She sees you, and she sees like Senbel by the door and Margaret by the door, and she puts her hands up and kind of shimmies out of the tree. She's like walks over to you. She's actually kind of smiling a little bit, like, and she looks over at Senbel, right? And she dips her fingers in the blood in her neck. The patio is super well lit, and she leans down there, and on the smooth stone of the patio, she writes one word in Elfish and a question mark. She writes parole. What you gonna do, Sen?
Have I got handcuffs or cuffs of any description?
You do have to make a luck check.
This new dice has not been rolling.
I'm sure I can find you some zip ties in the kitchen, man.
I'm sure there's towels or sheets or, well...
I've still got my blade in my hand, so I just motioned for her to, or just tell her in Elvish, face down on the floor.
All right. Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and do that. She lays down, puts her hands out. She's looking up at you. She actually has one hand still covering up her neck where it's still bleeding pretty good.
Do we want to heal her? I'm not in this conversation. Sorry.
You know, when I tie something around people's necks, it's not for healing.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we've got evidence. I mean, she can't confess right now, which is kind of frustrating. But you know, she's looking like she's accepting the situation. Do we just take her down to Central and clear our names?
Yeah, but we're still on the hit list right now, so.
We've still got a carriage.
Mm-hmm.
I called Central. Do we just sit on the
Yeah.
couches?
So you call Central and it and like they like, okay, let's go back to that. So you call Central up. You tell them that it was the servant and that you didn't do it. She's like, hold please, and she puts you on, like there's a moment and then you hear another woman's voice come on there, and it's Miss Gorn. Miss Gorn, who is actually like the head of their security division, and she is like, tell me everything.
I have a body with proof that I didn't kill it, waiting for you to call people and tell them to stop shooting at me. Please.
Stay there. If anyone moves or touches that body any further, we will assume your guilt. Do you understand what that means, Valeria?
Hold, please. Do we trust Central, you guys? Because I'm pretty sure someone's going to show up and shoot us and still blame me. That's how this conversation sounds right now.
Look, that could happen whether or not we trust them. I mean, if they get blood, they're still going to send people here to kill us. So, it's...
Okay.
Take our chances, I guess.
So do we take our chances? Well, they can come here and kill us. At the very least, we can raid the fridge. Okay.
At least at this point, we have a nice vantage point. We know the ins and outs of this.
Yeah.
True. And I mean, what if they come at us with a Zeppelin, or they're stuck on the elevator that we've closed? So, okay.
We've got a fairly strong defensible position, right? We've got some extra hardware. We've got the weapons of the people we've taken down. Nobody's badly hurt yet.
No, not yet. Yeah.
We need to immobilize the other elf.
All right. You tie the elf up out on the patio. Towels and whatnot. She's just kind of hanging her head like crap,
So I go back to the phone, because she's going to tell me everything and she knew my name, which is either cool or I'm the only female in this group, so it's obvious. And I tell her, I found the body. It's been hit with magic missile. And you said that they all know that I can't do that. And that no one in the group can do that.
Yeah, they know that Morgrith and Stenbell can't. And they figure you can't because you're a thief, unless you had a hold of a scroll or something like that. And they go, she says, touch nothing. We are on our way. So you guys hold your position. Who has the lowest luck check out of anybody who's left there?
Do we want to do a luck check right now?
No, I want to know who has the lowest luck. We're going to make a roll for them.
I'm still on 10.
I'm now at 7 because I burned 5.
Okay, Morgrith? Oh, I think he crashed. Brett crashed.
So Morgrith falls down on the couch and takes a nap?
He did all that spell burn, and that couch is comfy as hell. He goes on the other side from the bloodstain, puts his head up. Morgrith, what's your Brett? What's your luck check? Your current luck.
It was a long phone call. Okay, it was a long phone call.
Sorry, 8.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Give me a d20 check and roll low under your luck.
Joe can do.
Okay. So here is what happened. So while you guys are out there waiting, and everything, okay. So who's guarding the elf tied up outside? Or what are we doing with the elf? What's the situation there?
I think I'm with the elf. I'm help Valeria guarding.
All right, out there so you and Valeria are guarding the elf out on the patio?
I think it would have been a good idea to just knock the elf unconscious. Because if she's awake, even if she's tied up, she could be crafty.
Okay, I got you.
Put her hands, kick her mouth.
Yeah, so
Valeria is in the dining room, which I think flows into the kitchen where she made her phone call, and she's raiding the kitchen for good knives.
There's good knives in there, and a ham in the fridge, and it's just in the icebox. They have ice boxes.
I'm mostly interested in the knives for resale, but also for because I trust no one.
Gotcha.
But I nibble on the ham, so if it's poisoned, you should probably mention that. Is it poisoned?
It's honey baked and delicious. Obviously imported. I'm a jambon.
Damn, I thought you said
But don't tell anyone else about it.
All right, it's a jambon, y'all. A jambon. That means it's fancy. Sorry, I'm still managing pets. So here is what happened. So okay, you guys knock her out. So that's going to be that for that. So so sure enough, 20 minutes later, two people come over this in through the patio. At the same time, the door to the bedroom where the stairs are from downstairs opens up, and a bunch of central enforcers come in because you still have the elevator stopped up, and they could not go up in the elevator, so they had to take the stairs. They're mad, but they come in and they check out the area and such, and They look at everything. Elf is there. She's knocked out. They tell everyone to sit tight, and then in comes Miss Gorn. So Miss Gorn is like the security chief for Central. She comes in with her bodyguards. She looks at the body. She checks it out, and she kind of looks at her bodyguards, and they kind of stand down. They all just kind of mellow out, and like they just tell you guys to sit and basically take a knee. But yeah, sure enough, half an hour later, your boss. It's Corella. Lady Corella Featherstone shows up there with some more of the guards. She comes out there, and she's, it's Central, so she can't be crazy about it, but she expresses mild displeasure that you were still being treated as suspects during all this. But, Miss Gorn explains what happened, and, figures out what the, final situation, situation is. They realize that you guys could not have been the killer, and that your knocked out elf had to have been the one. So, so they are, pretty. One second. So they're at this point, like, they're pretty adamant. So she, actually, like, at this point, takes all of you, and she's like, "We're gonna go then. Is everything settled here?" And she's like, "Yes, very well." And Miss Gorn looks over at all of you and is like, "Sorry about the inconvenience, folks. We will go ahead and say that the death of Terry the Lizard and Little Tangelo and their people, plus the Coldwater Guards and their enforcers, we're going to call that force majeure. Not your fault. All of you get a pass." And then she physically hands all of you a pass that she first signs. Actually hands it to all of you and such. And, like, she makes a phone call over. Like, she makes a quick phone call on her rotary phone. And then they turn on the radio in there. And, like, they once again play One Nation Under a Groove, but they play it at regular speed this time. Like, it's the all clear. So the city kind of stands down. So Corella takes all of you guys back, and you guys all go back to the Featherstone Keep in Old Town, and she asks everybody for all of the information, and gets everything from everybody about what had happened there. And when it's all over, when she hears hears the story from everyone, she's like, "Well, you did really well. I think what we're looking at here is some kind of inter-house conflict between us within the Coldwater family, but we can't be sure until Central finishes questioning Leah. You did well. You did extremely well. I'm proud of you. I think this is cause for celebration, and I think this is cause for bonuses." So she goes ahead and, like, cuts all of you guys, like, a check for, like, whatever. Oh, but she says, "I got one question, though, and I only want to have to ask this one time. Where's my money?"
Roll credits.
Cool. Yeah. So we'll go ahead. Yeah. If we'll go. We'll go ahead and stop here for now on that. You guys did a fantastic job, and thank you all very much for tuning in for game therapy and for playing game therapy with me. I hope everyone's feeling better. We're all going to take a cleansing game breath. Everybody, inhale. Exhale. In with the gaming, out with the bullcrap. In with the gaming, out with the bullcrap. Thank you all. Remember, if you're watching this, I hope all of y'all, if it's feeling bad, find yourself a fantasy world, grab some dice, and hopefully you can find a posse as cool as the Featherstone Enforcers to back you up and go out there and get a game in. Thank you all very much. You guys stick around for a minute, but I'm going to sign off and take us off of the... we're no longer streaming as of 5, 4, 3,